In the UK, we learnt that there are BBC radio and TV presenters who earn a yearly salary of 2.2 million. Yes, 2.2 million pounds. I love to use mental maths to figure out what these sums mean in actual terms. So 2.2 million means every month, before tax, Chris Evans or Gary Lineker might take home around 180,000. In the UK, that's the price of a small flat in the outer suburbs of London. Yep, you could purchase a flat every month with maybe per 20,000 remaining for your groceries and social life. This is preposterous. This is immoral. There may be more suitable adjectives to describe this situation, but I'm still searching for them. Gary Lineker also has a second job advertising potato chips. The next time I see evidence of his image on a packet of Walker's crisps, I will sit on it and ease my body in the most vulgar manner. Hello there, truth seekers. Welcome to my channel, Kingstonmouth. Today we are going to explore with you the Smug TV licence parasites at the BBC, the inflated salaries of UK media personalities Chris Evans and Gary Lineker.
Pay too much money.
Get ready to be captivated from start to finish with this must-see video. Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn's spokesman vowed that the Labour Party would slash maximum salaries so they were no more than 20 times higher than the BBC's lowest paid workers. If a directly employed cleaner or canteen assistant at the corporation was paid 20,000, it means the most that high-profile talent could earn would be 400,000. In response to this, those high-paid avaricious talents would possibly leave the UK to seek their billionaire status in other climes. Would Chris Evans or Gary Lineker be sorely missed? I suspect not. Both share the arrogance of the hugely rich, the diffidence of those who really don't care at all about their neighbours or where they themselves originated from. Chris Evans was a humble local radio DJ during my youth and no less humorous for this. His response to questions about his inflated salary was not that he contributed to charitable concerns or knew it was indefensible to earn 2.2 million for chatting and playing music, but that he'd asked his 91-year-old mother her opinion, which was, "Tell them that your mum, who's a nurse for most of her life, always told you after your dad died to try to find a job you loved, just like I love nursing, and earn what you can, when you can, while you can. And tell them if your bosses don't think you're worth it one day, they'll sort that out soon enough." Lineker left school with very basic qualifications of 4 O-levels, and his father was a greengrocer. He was undoubtedly a hugely talented footballer, but now chases glamorous 20-year-old silicone-filled young women in between presenting a Saturday night once-weekly football programme. The BBC licence fee is producing a new class of smug millionaires completely lacking in empathy. They have a magic pot of money and are cavorting at our peril. In contrast to these ridiculous salaries, UK ministers continue to pontificate about the national minimum wage, NMW. The NMW presently is £7.50 hourly. Yes, £7.50 an hour. In real terms, working 40 hours weekly, a yearly salary of PS 15,000, and every month before tax you have £1,200 to live your life and maybe support your family. It is of course impossible to survive in the UK on the minimum wage unless you live with your old ma and pa until they depart this earth and they demand little financial support from you. Across all London boroughs, monthly rent charges range from £700 to £3,000 for a basic one-bedroom flat. This is dependent upon proximity to central London. For example, recently we rented a one-bedroom flat in Ilford paying £900 monthly. Flats in Hackney may be £1,500 to £2,000, with flats in Westminster and Chelsea ranging from £2,000 to £3,000. Owen Jones, Labour activist, describes adults earning minimum wage as the working poor who earn their lifetime of poverty. We at Kingstonmouth know, as we have worked with men and women who survive by working 2 jobs, careering from one shift to another, half dead, knocking back energy drinks and asserting they can manage. These are dads who never see the children they are earning their salaries for. These are men and women who never have time to make love, let alone rub the backs of their partners. Men in their 50s who have worked 2 jobs for 15 years know nothing else. Whose heart beats precariously, although they cannot fit in a GP, appointment or even a visit to a pharmacist, who defend their 2 jobs, but when exhausted, admit they hate their situation and desperately want to spend time with their sons, who are grown up by drug dealers with gangs as their surrogate family. Do we want to live in a society where in order to secure our rents and mortgages our children are forced to make a Faustian pact, with the prison industrial complex. Presently, UK ministers continue the debate. Labour asserts the NMW should increase to 10 hourly. Labour's real living wage will immediately boost the incomes and opportunities of more than 20% of the workforce, especially in sectors such as retail, care and hospitality. We know that where work pays, living standards rise and reliance on benefits falls. This is the right thing to do, and a Labour government will be committed to rebalancing our economy so that no one and no community is left behind. This really improves lives of those who live in the London boroughs very little, I'm afraid. I support Jeremy Corbyn and his manifesto, but the simple question is, could you support your family earning £10 an hourly, Jeremy? Conservative ministers support an increase to 9 hourly, but some declare that increasing the NMW will have negative repercussions upon small businesses. What claptrap! I assert that if you run a small business, you must ensure your employees earn enough to live, otherwise your business is not financially viable. Maybe reduce your own salary, eh? Additionally, not one employer named and shamed by the government for paying below minimum wage has been prosecuted. Ministers have humiliated nearly 700 employers since 2013 in a scheme they launched to crack down on those who ignore the law and continue to pay below the national living wage. Supported housing and care homes have become the new sweatshops where working class people earn their poverty, while cuts in savings go to fat cat Grenfell-like millionaire contractors. The neoliberal-led privatisation of public services and tax breaks for billionaires is the evil perpetuating this modern-day austerity slavery. There is a trickling up of wealth to the millionaire class that is visible and excruciating, painful and bigoted. The next time you see television tax parasites such as Gary Lineker and Chris Evans on TV or in public, ensure you vigorously wave your minimum wage paycheck at them in disgust. These TV tax millionaires will always invent a dodgy old granny to give them advice, as they lack the ethical acumen to take a pay cut. We at Kingstonmouth would like to remind Gary Lineker that some children on London estates have a staple diet of potato chips in between collecting milk coupons and waiting in line at the food bank. Capitalism has become the equal sharing of the working poor's misery in the UK. Greediness and smugness have now become the new philosophy of the new millionaire class. The sad truth is that the income tax that we pay is creating this serious mental disorder. Let's find a way to stop these millionaires who suck the happiness from us when their salaries are publicly announced. Please do let us know your thoughts. What do you think? Leave your comments down below, as we love to hear from you. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, click subscribe if you like this content and want to see more from us in the future. Thank you for taking the time to watch this.